Hello Aquarius, and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess Tarot. This is your monthly reading for August, and we are moving into your opposite sign Leo. We have the Emperor, focus and stability. So a lot of themes around power and feeling in control. We have, your beautiful full moon happening on the 9th of August, just before Lionsgate. And I feel like this is a major power activation for you, Aquarius, a major turning point where it may be suddenly you've got the energy, or you're emboldened is the word that I've been given, to embrace something that you may have been scared of doing in the past, overcoming your fears. So this Emperor energy is an authority. So it may be that you're stepping into this energy of being an authority in some way. An expert or an authority, people will want to start listening to what you have to say. So it feels like this sort of confidence I can feel coming through with this, especially being activated around that time, 8th and 9th of August. And it doesn't mean it's simple. It could be challenging as well, but it's challenging you to be in your power and to actually be able to have the confidence to value what you've got to offer, the knowledge you have, the experience you have, what you have to offer. So, yeah, and I mean, that can play out in so many different ways, but I really feel like this is going to be a major validation coming in for something you've previously thought or believed to be true, and somehow that is coming through as a major validation point for you. So interesting. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. Aquarius, please hit the subscribe button or like, share, leave a comment. All those things help with the growth of the channel, and I truly appreciate it. And I just wanted to let you know that I am using a combination of my intuition, and that's what I'm really getting with this Lionsgate thing, the Aquarius full moon, is my intuition's just kind of talking to me here. So I'm using my intuition, tarot, and astrology to do these readings. And if you're a beautiful returning Aquarius subby, welcome back. Okay, so let's see what's shifting and changing for you, Aquarius. We have the Emperor. Ooh. Okay, what's shifting and changing is Cup 3, Pluto, Cancer. So yeah, Pluto is the card of power. Absolutely. It's in your sign, so you're dealing with that a lot. But what's shifting and changing is the Cup 3, Pluto, Cancer. So this might be an alliance. It might be a group of people. It might just be 3 people, but it could be more. But it feels like there's some kind of powerful alliance happening here for you, Aquarius, where there's other people around you who are supporting you to be powerful and step into your power. So just be aware of who those people are around you. These are the ones that are on your side, that get you, that understand where you're coming from, and are the ones validating who you are or what you believe to be true. So these are going to be your biggest supporters or pillars of support in some way. So yeah, very beautiful, the Cup 3 Pluto Cancer coming in. And they're also saying with the Cup 3 Pluto Cancer, even though it's a very powerful energy, and there might be something to do with like working through family dynamics as well, power dynamics within family, and fears around being in your power around what you were taught as a child, or family dynamics that can come through with it as well. But they're ultimately saying it's time to celebrate with the 3 of Cups. This is some kind of powerful celebration of who you are as this authority in your life. So that's what they're saying. Also, because even though the Emperor is a pretty serious type character, the 3 of Cups is like playfulness, bliss, still having fun. So it's like you're taking something very seriously, but you're still having fun. Look at you turning, like at the base, the King of Swords turning up. You're still having fun doing this. You're making something really work here. This could have a lot to do with something you're working on, work and career, or, this could definitely be a relationship as well. Yeah, it could be in any area of life. I get a lot of like family vibes with this as well. So you might find that you're having interactions with very intense interactions with potentially family or siblings that can come through with this as well. So Aquarius, I just wanted to let you know that this reading is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon and Rising. Always recommend to watch all three of your placements if you know where they are, because it gives you the fuller picture of what's going on for you. And this is a general reading. Aquarius, just take what feels right, leave the rest. Ooh, look at you going off on a very exciting adventure here. So yeah, leave the rest. And if it does really resonate, there will be an extended reading and the link for that will be in the description box below. My goodness. Wow. A powerful ending, a powerful new beginning here. A reset. You're going to need to be brave with this, Aquarius. You're in the opposite sign. It brings challenges to be, but if you can overcome those challenges or meet those challenges, then it brings new opportunities, which we are seeing here. This sense of bravely and boldly moving forward, which feels really exciting. There we go. I had to make a bit more room for you. But yeah, I think I've got my crystal round the wrong way. I've recently reworked my space and the crystal's facing the wrong direction, which is why the cards aren't sitting up. So let's look at the situation for you, Aquarius. We have the Moon card crossed by the Knight of Pentacles. So the Moon is, I really feel like you're addressing some kind of underlying issue here. And that could be something that, it could be related to your mother or the place that you're living in with the Moon card. But it's with the Moon, like things aren't clear with the Moon. It is about facing fears, facing illusions, facing deception, things that haven't been leading you down the right path for whatever reason. And it's crossed by the Knight of Pentacles. In somehow this has created a bit of a murky energy in your life. It's blocked you from moving forward in a very grounded way. So it could feel like a very ungrounded energy, like just feeling a bit even disassociated or just a bit vague and spacey, or just feeling like confused, lost, ungrounded, uncertain about how something's moving forward, uncertain of whether you can trust your intuition moving forward. There's this kind of murkiness here with the Moon card. But at the base, we've got what's happening deep down is this King of Swords, which I love this. This is the King of Air. It's a very strong Aquarius energy, and it is about mastery, mastering your mind amidst the things that are not clear, or that understanding that, seeing through the illusions. That's what it feels like with the King of Swords. You're seeing through the illusions. You're seeing through the fog. You're learning to trust your mind as you're traveling through this confusion or fog, or something's not clear. So the King of Swords as well, I kind of get like with this Moon card, there's some kind of underlying issue that you're addressing. The King of Swords is a little bit like Archangel Michael. He's got that sword that he can just cut through the crap, cut through the illusion, but also cut the cord if you need to. He can be very rational, like, no, this isn't working for me. I feel like this is kind of a very important energy. You're going to be cutting the cord with something or someone in your life in some way. And the King of Swords is necessary. It almost feels like a mental test that's coming through for you to hold your resolve and to remain true to what you believe, what you think and believe as you move through some of these layers of other people's opinions, or something someone else believed to be true, or something else someone else is saying about you behind your back, or believing, or maybe someone's just, I don't know if I believe that, what they're saying, or I don't know if I believe that to be true. It's going to be a bit of a test coming in around that, to trust your own mind, Aquarius. And we've got in the conscious mind the Eight of Pentacles, which is the card of work and mastery. So both of them, I feel like you're mastering your mind, quite literally. Mastering the choices and decisions you're making, the strategies and plans, the worksheets, whatever you're organizing here, you're mastering something. Now, it could quite literally be around your work if you're trying to master something that you're working on, but it could be around your work and career, but it could be, you could equally be working on, I'm working on my health, I'm working on my relationship, I'm working on my money beliefs, I'm working on my self-confidence, whatever it is that you're working on. It's like you're cutting through those illusions that you once believed to be true. And so it may be that this is mirrored back to you, because they keep showing me another person where another person is proving to be untrustworthy, or the way that they've perceived a situation is proving to be incorrect, and the way you've perceived the situation is proving to be correct. And therefore there's this validation that's coming in here. We're seeing this with the Six of Wands as well. So the Six of Wands in the past is about success. Look at when you've been validated, or when you felt successful in the past, because there's something about that energy and that memory or that situation that is helping you move through this with confidence. So you can kind of go back to the past and go, well, it worked for me then, so I'm going to take that success and use it positively now. In the near future, we've got the Four of Cups. So this is where this murkiness starts coming up with the Four of Cups. It's like, okay, someone's going to approach you here, and it's like, I don't know whether I want what they're offering, or I don't know whether to believe them. I don't know if I'm trusting my intuition with them. I don't know if I like the way they make me feel. There's just something off, you're not certain or sure about. And it could just be a person or a situation in your life as well. It's like maybe you're just feeling a bit blur at work, and this is where you start getting like unsettled and bored and restless, and you start questioning and doing a bit of soul searching and like, is this really feeling right for me? So the Four of Cups is a really important energy because it acts as a catalyst to move you in the right direction. It shows you where something's not feeling right. You want to build the intuitive and emotional foundations that do feel good for you, that feel comfortable, that feel like you're happy with the energies around you. And if something's not feeling right, then it's going to come to the forefront here with the Four of Cups. So just be aware of what that is. It's part of this murky energy of the moon. But you're turning up as the Knight of Wands. So you're like, I am determined to take action here. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. I'm taking action. I'm on a quest. I'm making positive changes here. And I'm like, it's heading straight for the King of Swords. It's not necessarily its king because it's the King of Wands. But at the same time, it is on a quest to let this King of Swords know that there is some kind of action that needs to be taken. So it feels very much like you're understanding what it is you need to cut out of your life at this moment in time, or what is the right plan, or what is the right way to think or believe about this. Energy surrounding you is the High Priestess. Interesting. So there might be someone around you who's quite mystical or intuitive. They could be a healer or a psychic, or somebody that's just very tuned in. They don't have to be those things professionally. So there's kind of someone quite mysterious around you that is intuitively sensing the situation as well. Now, this could be one of your pillars of support there with the Pluto Cancer, the Three of Cups that we were talking about at the start. I feel like this person is an ally with the High Priestess. And I don't always talk about, allies and this person's on your side and that person isn't, but it really feels like there is someone very powerful around you who may be slightly different to you. They're not necessarily, there's something otherworldly about them, or something, they could be really creative, or they could be really intuitive, or they're just like one of those people that little synchronicities happen, or there's knowings. They know the situation, they know what's going on, and they get what's going on for you. And they're, I want to say, on your side. So let's see what else is coming in. We've got hopes and fears, the Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands is about what is it that you really, really desire? What is it that you want? And it is about happy home, happy heart, about soulmate contracts, soulmate relationships that can come through as well. But with the Moon card addressing this underlying issue, and you turning up as the energy of the Emperor turning up, maybe it's not necessarily you, but it feels like you, is like stepping into being the leader, the authority in your life in some way. With these, element of fire is working really well for you in this reading, which is great because we're working with Leo, your opposite sign, which is a fire sign. And plus we've got you in here as the King of Swords, which is really fantastic. So you want a nice balance between those two enemies. Ooh, interesting, slip of the tongue. Energies, maybe, because I keep getting this like someone's on your side or not. But maybe you've got an open enemy that's a Leo or something like that. But or somebody who you're having a bit of a power struggle with that might be a Leo. But anyway, the Four of Wands is saying, what is it that you really, really want? What is it that you truly desire? So that's a hope and a fear, because sometimes if it gets really clear because something isn't clear here with the Moon card, and then you're like, now I've worked out what I really want. Now I have to put it into action, which is what I'm seeing you doing here. And it is going to make a big change in your life as well. But here we have the Five of Pentacles. Whatever was not serving you, this is the characters out in the cold going, this warm building, whatever was inside there is not serving me anymore. They're on the outside. They're the black sheep. They're the ones that don't belong. And they're the ones, they're saying, I'm moving away from this energy. I need my strength, my courage, but I've got the message to start something new. That's something that really does resonate for me, or connect to somebody new. It's a beautiful new person or new message that is coming through around your creativity, around what you could be feeling passionate about, what you're feeling motivated about. And it's like getting so excited. It's very inner child with the Fool card coming in as well. Like the Page of Wands wants to go exploring the desert, new horizons, and it needs a little bit of courage. It's moving away from this horrible coldness of the Five of Pentacles. What has been cold or on the outer, or something that feels frozen in your life? It's moving to the heat of the desert. It no longer has cold feet. Its feet are nice and warm. And we're starting to see the growth coming in. So it feels like something new is coming in that feels so positive. And here you are taking a big leap of faith with the Fool card and jumping off the cliff, holding on to that white rose of innocence, purity, hope, very connected to inner child, ready to take a risk or try something new, jump into the unknown. And so it just feels like, interestingly, they're bringing me to the little dog here, which can be a loyal companion. So I feel like your friends and the people that are close to you, your trusted confidants, are going to be really important here, because they're going to tell you whether it's a good idea to jump off that cliff or not. And because you've moved through this uncertainty and this cloudedness, you're going to know whose advice you want to listen to and who you're going to trust, and who's going to champion you to actually take this beautiful risk, or who's going to warn you if it's not the right thing to do. And so either way, it actually does feel good for me. It feels right for me to be stepping into this reset and to going off and doing something very new and exciting, or trying something or discovering something very new and exciting. And just notice the people that are by your side, and the ones that you trust. Bring them with you and they'll help guide you along the way. So we have, as an overall energy, the World card, which is very beautiful. This is a card of initiation, graduation, and the World card is saying that you are being freed and liberated from an old cycle, which is connected to this Moon energy in the Four of Cups. Is starting to intuitively and creatively and emotionally stir. You're wanting to kind of clear out that old energy, step into something new. And the World card is saying perhaps it's time to step out into the world in a different way, to go exploring a new aspect of the world. So I really feel like it's like, yes, I'm going out into the world in some way, but it feels like you are at the end of a cycle. The World card is the final card of the major arcana. The Fool is the very beginning. The World is saying you learnt everything in that old lesson, that old soul growth cycle. The Five of Pentacles is saying it's time to move on from that. And the Fool is saying time to step into the new cycle. So it's very, very beautiful energy. Let's pull an affirmation card for you, Aquarius. So like I said, when they just bring me back to that Lionsgate portal on the 8th of August and your full moon on the 9th, which is going to be sort of this energy is going to be very, very potent and powerful. So just notice what's coming up for you then. And yeah, like I said, the opposition is all about balance. So we've got, I balance my masculine and feminine sides. The masculine and feminine parts of me are in perfect balance and harmony. I'm at peace and all is well. So that is a beautiful energy to come in. And that's the thing. The Fool is like the divine masculine, going out, trying something new. But I feel like that little dog by its side. Interestingly, we've got the dogs in the Moon card as well. And it's like, which one do you trust? One is one is a wild dog, like a wolf, and one is a domesticated dog. And it's sort of like the conditioning of this is how you are supposed to be, this is what you're supposed to do, versus this wild, untamed part of you that wants to go exploring something new. I'm going off to the desert. I'm jumping off a cliff. I'm doing something very different, not literally. But, but if you do, make sure that you've got the safety rope. But the moon card is very much saying, who are those, what is that loyal energy? It might even just be a voice inside of you with that little dog. It might be your intuition by your side, or it might be a person by your side. But there's this energy that you're receiving messages here. The moon card can be your dreams, your subconscious as well. You're receiving these messages and working out the path forward. So let's pull a charm for you, Aquarius, and see what is coming in. A charm for August. So new paths are definitely opening up for you here. We have, the fleur-de-lis. So yes, definitely got a lot to do with breaking tradition, I want to say, with the fleur-de-lis. A lot of stuff coming in around family name, or what you're known for, what people are expecting from you, things to do with like respect, or this is some kind of expected energy, like I said. So, but it feels like it's almost like, okay, you can be really bound by that. Like, is there a family name or something that our family always do this, or that you're known for a particular thing and no one is expecting you to do this crazy other thing over there, but yet the Fool and the Page of Wands are calling you to go in this new direction. You're breaking this tradition of the fleur-de-lis in some way and breaking the mold and stepping out into a new direction. So that is the reading for August. And like I said, just be aware of how some people are going to respond to this, because it's going to be very different for you. So that's your reading for August, Aquarius. I'm going to take it over to the extended reading now, because we have that beautiful Fool standing on the edge of the cliff. What is going to happen? Where is it going to go? Where is it going to land? We're going to ask about the next steps for the Fool stepping into this new energy. It takes a lot of courage and bravery to do this. So let's get some intuitive advice, some soul guidance around this as well. So we're going to explore all of that in the extended reading. Love it if you come over. The link is in the description box below. I usually pin the link to the comments as well. And please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Aquarius, love to read your comments, and take care.